Okay, welcome back to another one, guys. It's the Brompton World Championships Category D race. I think it started at about 7 p.m. UK time. Excuse me if I'm a bit out of breath. I've only just jumped off the bike 10 minutes ago. As you can see on the screen there, 40 seconds left till the start, and there's my little post at the beginning that I always put on there just to say if you want to re-watch the race, that's the account to do it at. So, had a few days off. I'm feeling strong, hydrated, caffeinated. My muscles are not sore at all. So I'm ready to go on this one. I've got myself a seat on the front row there, and I'm going to be, honestly, I'm going to be, out of 100 people, I should be getting top 5, top 10 at worst. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. I'm kind of at the top of this category now. And a good result here will probably put me in Cat C, which I'll probably end up rebounding back down to Cat D and then up to C again. But here we go then. I went for a pretty strong start, not because I'm trying to assert my dominance or anything. I don't want to get dropped. So it just turned out that I was kind of at the front by myself for a few seconds, and I was like, what's going on? Why is nobody, what is everyone doing? I love Bromptons. I have a Brompton. I don't ride it a huge amount, but every time I get on it, it's magnificent. And I had a little quick look behind. I was like, is everyone coming? I was like, yeah, they are. Cool. I don't want to do this by myself. So this is the Greater London flat circuit, 17 kilometres. It is mostly flat. There's a few little risers in it, but nothing to write home about. I recently weighed myself. I'm 83 kilos, so I've put on a couple of kilos, which is great. So I've updated my weight for that. Hopefully it's muscle. Don't think it is, but so I try and settle in here as best as possible. I'm going to just fast forward us to maybe the first little riser because nothing much happens prior to then. Okay, I've sped the action up a little bit as well, just so we can get to the important bit. So we're just going along the River Thames here, and we're getting to the first little riser. There's a little rider off the front, and I felt compelled to bridge the gap actually, and I don't quite know why, because I thought he was going for it earlier, and he was going to try and drop us on this climb. So I felt the need to kind of push some red numbers just to get with him, and the troops rallied around me, and we sucked him back into the group. So well done to you though, strong effort. And then I was just happy to kind of settle back into the front group. The front group is like 60 or 70 people, I think, at this point. I did look round a couple of times just to see how many people were there, and it was a strong amount. I did quite a bit of steering on this race as well. I don't really know if steering makes a difference. I think it does. On sharper corners. I think there's a sharp corner coming up here where I steered, and I felt like I overtook a few people, but maybe that was just my imagination. Have a look at this. See what you think when we get to the end of this little straight here where there's a hairpin left, and I feel like I overtook some people, but maybe I was just pushing more watts, so the software just put me in front of them, but kind of went past that guy and a couple of others. So yes, that was it. I've got a power-up at the moment, an aero power-up, which I haven't used yet. I don't know this course that well, and I don't know if you get another power-up or not. And so I thought to myself, well, for as long as I'm feeling strong, I'm just going to keep hold of that power-up. And because it's a good one to have at the end, the aero power-up is a good one to have at the end for a sprint. So I don't know. Maybe I need to do some more course recce beforehand, because I never quite know what's coming up here. Oh, I know what's coming up here because this is the Mall in London, and there's a sprint here, and I think ego got the better of me because this guy got in front of me, and I thought, you know what, I actually fancy having a go at this sprint. I don't know if you get a green jersey or not. So that guy who's using his drafting bonus went ahead, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna do this little sector faster than him so I can get the green jersey if there is one. And I did end up getting the fastest sprint, as you can see on the left there, but I didn't get a green jersey, so I've had one before on a different. Ego got the better of me. Will I pay for that later on, pushing out unnecessary red numbers? Maybe I will. We're going to fast forward to maybe a bit. There's quite a long flat section now, so nothing much happens, so I'm going to fast forward it a bit. Okay, we fast forwarded about 8 kilometres just because nothing much happened in that flat sector. I think with category D races, like, obviously these are people of a very similar ability, and none of us are particularly really fit, so nobody's really looking to attack from 10 kilometres out, because we just don't have the fitness. It would take a 2 or 3 person team to do that, I think. So it kind of, on the flat sections, it kind of stays as is, I haven't found it particularly difficult to stay with the group. I'm only at about 159, 160 beats a minute. I'm pushing out some higher than FTP watts though, but I feel strong. It's because I've had a few days of rest. I've had a lot of carbohydrate, a lot of protein over the last few days, and I felt good coming into this. And I'll be honest with you, at this point in the race, it sounds slightly egotistical. I really fancy my chances now. I'm because of how strong I'm feeling. I'm averaging 247 watts, which is above my FTP, which I think is 238, and I'm feeling fine. So at the moment, in my own mind, rightly or wrongly, I'm the favourite here. But I guess that everyone in this front 30 or 40 people is probably thinking that, because most people, it hasn't been too punishing. So there's going to be a lot of people here that are feeling pretty good. It's a funny one. I didn't really see the end of this race because I was pedaling so hard. So I'm watching this for the first time with you, really. Obviously, I know what happens. A few of you who were in the race will know what happens. But I'm interested to see what happens myself, because I was going pretty well at this point. And then I don't know what I was doing, but I think I lost concentration, because all of a sudden, you've worked reasonably hard to stay with the front group. I'm now at 174 beats a minute. Although I'm still feeling pretty good. My legs are feeling good, my lungs are feeling good. Even though my heart is beating really fast, I think I lost concentration because the front of the group here started to get away from me a little bit. And I don't really know why, because it's not a particularly massive climb. It's nothing that I can't handle, and I'm feeling strong. But as you'll see, people start to get away from me a little bit. I'm just going to fast forward us a little bit. Okay, I've actually barely fast forwarded us at all, because I wanted you to see those two riders off the front there, because this is where I started to think, oh my God, what's going on? You've worked so hard, it's now becoming strung out. What are you doing? And that's the thing with Zwift. If you kind of lose concentration, even just for 20 seconds, all of a sudden, look, they're like 2-3 seconds ahead of me now, and I'm in 16th. And it feels like, this isn't good. So I used the downhill gradient. It's a -3% here. And as an 83 kilo rider, there's going to be people in front of me that are lighter. So I did manage to make up a few places. We've only got 1.3 kilometres to go now. And the finish is on the mile, which obviously we've been round already once or twice, whatever. So at this point, I've still got my aero power up. I'm in 11th, 12th, 14th, something like that. And I don't know if I've got a sprint left in me. My heart rate's already at 176. But I know that I can go with about, I don't know, maybe 600-700 meters to go. I've been really working on my 1 minute power. So I kind of trust my 1 minute power more than my 15-second power at this point. But this front group, look, they're kind of away from us a little bit. And I'm using these riders ahead of me just to try and get back on, I guess. But even at this point, I still really felt like I could finish at least on the podium. I feel powerful. I'm 180 beats a minute, mind you. But I've still got my aero power up. People are popping theirs all over the place now. They've gone a bit early just to try and get back on the front, I think. But it's at this point, around about here, 600-700 meters, I think I'm going for it. I drop my aero boost and I try and maintain 500-600 watts. And I go past these guys pretty easily. And onto the mile, I'm first onto the mile. There is the finish line. I don't know how far away, half a kilometre away. And I just think, my gosh, just keep going. Try and sustain that 600 watts if you can. There's a 1 second, 2 second gap between me and the second rider, S. Murdoch. Bachmann's still coming, Mendes, Anderson, Murta. They're all coming, and at this point I'm dying. I think I'm back on in the saddle now maybe, and I'm just pumping my legs as hard as I can. I'm reaching 190 beats a minute. I think I'm there. I've got a 3 second gap. It's almost in the bag. This would be my first win on Zwift. It would be a big win for me, and I've just managed to do it. And honestly, I couldn't believe it. I was so chuffed, so pleased with myself, trusted myself. I've been really, really training hard on that one minute power. I've been racing a bit less actually, but it looks like the training's paid off, because my watts per kilo, 3.1, that's pretty good for me, and my watts 261. So I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling pretty pleased with myself. That was an awesome race. Absolutely loved it. I think my heart rate got up to 200 beats a minute, which I think is almost impossible for my age. But yeah, so that was a pretty good one. Loved it. I didn't know if I did the right thing by setting off at 600 meters, but it looks like if you look at my sprint on the bottom of the graph there, the red numbers, I can held kind of 600 watts, and then it dropped down to 400, and I just kind of, if I keep working on my 1 minute power, I think I'm going to be hard to beat in a situation like that. However, I think this now moves me up to Cat C. I'll be at the bottom of the Cat C riders, which is going to be, I'll be a small fish in a big pond again. I've enjoyed being a bigger fish in this pond for a while, but it's probably going to move me up now. And I'll probably do a little bit of relegation and promotion over the next few races, I would imagine. But thanks for watching. Really loved that. That was absolutely brilliant. I've been working towards that for months and months now. So, yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. See you on the next one. Bye.